Hello, Internet. Welcome to episode number 24 of Bourbon Zeppelins.
I did that part already.
Well, I'm doing it again because I don't know where we are in the show. I had to go. I had an emergency meeting with the council.
What did they say?
Awful things.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, so I'm back. What did I miss?
We barely got started.
Okay.
It's hot as hell. Air conditioner's hardly keeping up. It's been a week. It's time for another. Oh, people are still shooting each other in the States.
True.
And that's all we're going to say about that.
Yeah, still not the gun's fault. Best news of the week. Brooklyn Nine-Nine got picked up by NBC for one more season.
Excellent. Makes me happy.
And they just released season am I watching now? 5? The second last season is on Netflix now. So I can finally catch up.
Oh, I should go check that. I think I was all caught up on Netflix, and now I'm not. So then I got to go and catch up again.
If you were caught up on Netflix and you haven't watched anything since then, they
Correct.
just released a new season.
Time for more
New
Netflix.
for Netflix season.
Yeah. It's not like I have time to do any of that because
Busy guy with
work.
a million jobs.
Yeah, well, I'm tired of it, but it's all fun jobs, so I like what I do day to day, but none of it's playing video games.
That sucks. I think we're in the wrong industries.
We should be in the video game playing
We should
industries.
be in the video game playing industry.
Maybe.
One day.
All right.
Never. Not one day, not ever.
Not one day, not 2 day.
You've
Never day.
had a busy week?
Yeah, I don't even know where it goes, but it's just like everything gets really busy.
I hear that.
But now it's Wednesday.
True.
So while I have tons going on day to day, here's a guy who has nothing going on day to day.
Oh, I gotta switch my words. All
We
right.
do the gist,
Welcome to The Gist. The Gist!
where we know something about a story, but not everything about that story.
I read a headline and maybe the first paragraph.
Yeah, I know a little bit about what's going on here, but not a lot.
Okay, so there's a dude in New York who is 30 years old and lived
At home.
at home.
No, he still lives at home.
Well,
For the moment,
yes. So he's still living.
not much longer.
I mean, technically, I live at home also, but not with my parents. My house is a home.
Right. Lives with his parents.
Lives with his parents
They have tried to convince him to move out.
for many, many months. Like, I don't know, a handful, 4 or something like that, at least.
They
They tried to bribe him.
They've tried to evict him.
They were going to give him $1,100 and help him find a place to live.
It was $1,100.
American dollars.
So finally, they've taken him to court, and the court said, "You're out of there." His defense, by the way, was, "You didn't give me enough time to pack my things and go." And they gave him like a month, I think it was. Something like that.
But he was saying because they're related, they have to give him 6 months, which apparently is not.
No, he was citing there was some tenant act of, it's like 1848 or something like that.
Oh. I didn't read that far down, I don't think. I got to the part where he said there's some sort of common law thing because they're related.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it had to be like 6 months or something like that to turf him. And the judge said...
He's seeking an appeal.
Nope. Like, I don't even get it. Like, why do you want to live at your parents' house if they clearly don't want to live with you?
Why would you want
Why would you want to live with anyone who doesn't want to live with you?
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
Oh.
Apparently he has a job, but he wouldn't say what his job was. So I wonder if it's, like, embarrassing. Like, maybe he's like a cam girl or something.
Maybe he's a girl. Why would that be embarrassing?
It wouldn't be.
All right. Yeah. Just when you think the world can't get more ridiculous, A 30-year-old. I don't know who I'm more embarrassed about, the parents or it's not even, I was going to say the kid, but like the parents or the son.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, on the son side, you're 30 years old. Get a place of your own, for crying out loud.
Well, it's becoming more and more common for people to live with their parents until, like, they say 30 is the new 20. In terms of, like, getting people out of the house.
Really?
Yeah. People are living at home longer and longer now.
Till 30?
Yeah, because it's, you know, it's expensive out there. And, you know, kids in their 20s aren't getting really great paying jobs. And so they're just staying at home.
No, I don't get it. I'm also embarrassed for the parents, though, because, like, this is your house. How do you not, like, kick him out? Tell him he has until...
Yeah, that's what they did, and then he just ignored them.
It's your... Like, are your arms broken?
Well,
put his stuff
he's
out.
30. Maybe they're, like, 70.
How old are his parents?
I don't know. Even if they're 50. He looks like a pretty big guy.
Grab a moving company and move his stuff. Change the locks.
Yeah. No, I know.
Like, never mind moving his stuff. Just change the locks.
Maybe they didn't want to have, like, a real awful relationship with their son.
They have an awful relationship with their son. No one's told them that?
Maybe they were trying to salvage it. I don't know.
We can make up
Maybe
all
they
kinds.
felt bad for him. I don't know. They don't want him to be homeless. They just don't want him in their home. That's the thing. Well, I think. I don't know. Maybe they don't care at all. But
No. Change the locks. Call the cops. Out he goes. Like, that's... My kids get to be 30.
You hear that, Jeremy's kids? You can only stay till you're 30.
You get...
Take advantage of it.
My kids are like, if my kids don't have like a legitimate reason after 18 to still be at home, and I mean legitimate reason, if they're going to school, live at home, and rent free, live at home, going to school, absolutely. I think that's for me totally acceptable. My gradations of reasonableness don't have to apply to everybody. This is just where I'm at. After that, convince me to put you up. Otherwise, out. It's like, no, you're not hanging around just because.
Yeah.
I'm going to start making rent off you, or you're not here.
Oh.
And
so
maybe not even...
what if they pay rent till they're 30?
Yeah, convince me.
Okay.
Convince me I want to be a landlord. And I don't want to be a landlord. So...
What, you don't want another job?
No, not like that. All right, what else we got here?
I don't know. We're only 10 minutes in. And we were just whipping through stuff.
I know. Like,
we only got 2 stories. We're going to pick more things to talk about in a second here.
That's all. Like, there's nothing else to say about that. It's ridiculous. Okay, but in the meantime, NFL teams to be fined if players kneel during anthem. See, now this. You told me about this one. I thought the NFL already had rules about not standing during the anthem.
I don't know that they did, because it sounded like there was nothing they could do. I think the rule was they had to be out there. But there was no, like, they had to be out on the sidelines, but there was no rule as to what they had to be doing. And I think it was just... They felt it was implied that they would be standing for the anthem, because that's generally what you do.
That they just had to...
So now they've changed it, so if you want to protest, like if you don't want to stand for the anthem, you stay in the locker room.
Oh, what?
That's what they've changed the rule to. So if you go out and you do anything other than stand for the anthem, your team gets fined. It sounds like it's the team and not the player, but I could have read that wrong. And if you do want to protest, do it where no one can see, because that's the most effective place for protest, is
where nobody
in a
sees
dark
them.
corner.
That's where I want protests to be.
It's awful.
I don't know.
I get so frustrated by people who complain about protests being inconvenient. Like whenever you see people blocking roads and like, I gotta get to work, so I'm just gonna hit them with my car. Like I don't know that people actually. Well, I mean, I'm sure some people would, but I'm just saying a lot of people say that on the internet. So I mean, a lot of it's just talk. But like people get so frustrated. Oh, this shouldn't be inconveniencing me. I'm like, it kind of should be. That's really the point of effective protest.
That it affects you, that it inconveniences you.
Yeah.
So should anybody be able to protest anybody and inconvenience random people on any topic, or?
Yes. That's freedom of speech. I mean, there's a difference between protest and harassment, though. Like targeted harassment. So, like, you couldn't just, like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know exactly what the legality of it is. But, I mean, I wouldn't be comfortable saying I can just go protest outside of, like, an ex-girlfriend's house for a weekend. It's just me, But I think if you, like, organize a protest, not at your ex-girlfriend's, but, I think political protest is fair game for free speech. So if you want to protest about policy or about something that you think needs to be changed, I think you have the right to do that, to be better. I think it's crazy that you have to, like, at a lot of these places, I'm trying to think of what happens in Canada. I think it does, where they have, like, designated protest areas. That blows my mind.
That's silly.
Like, that just blows my mind.
That's definitely silly.
You're allowed to protest, but only here, 500 yards away from wherever.
So what if this protest that was organized and has nothing to do with anything that you have any power over?
Mm-hmm.
And it's prolonged.
What don't we have power over?
Well, you don't have power over public policy. Unless you do.
Don't we? I thought we just had this conversation.
You as an individual do not have the power to unilaterally change public policy.
Well, you can. Your vote counts, though, right?
Nope.
This is so funny because people watching this don't know. We literally just had this conversation, but the sides were flipped,
which we often do.
And I was like, yeah, he makes a really strong point that I was way off base there. You can vote for people who can make change.
Yeah,
and
you can.
We can all, if it's not...
So what's the... Okay.
So, like, what are you... do you have, like, a specific example in mind?
No, but I'm thinking...
Okay.
I'm
just trying to think of, like, what, like, big protests I've seen that would be considered as inconveniencing.
I'm wondering, like, okay, so you're saying that it's the purpose of a protest to, like, inconvenience people.
No, the purpose is to get a message across, but I think effective protest does cause inconvenience, depending on what you're protesting. Like if you take a look at something like I'm going to give a specific example. I know a while back, Black Lives Matters was they would block roadways a lot, and that would drive people crazy. And part of that is there's a bit of a metaphor there, right? Like where they're saying our experience in society is affected greatly by how other people, by other people's actions and how they treat us.
Okay.
And we can do the same thing here to you. Now, I don't know if this is necessarily as deep as they were thinking, if they were thinking on a metaphorical level here. I like to think that they were, but...
I expect that they weren't.
But it's the best way to get seen. Okay.
So all of these people who are now... can't get to work.
Mm-hmm.
What's the purpose?
To make them think about the problems in the world and what they can do to create that change.
Okay, so if that's what the purpose is, are they achieving their purpose?
Maybe.
No, they're not.
Why aren't they?
Because they're not.
Why not?
Because if you inconvenience me to the point where I can't, inconvenience me in that I can't get to work,
mm-hmm.
I am absolutely not thinking in that.
Why is getting to work so important compared to making the world a better place for everyone to live in?
Because I have responsibilities for my
mm-hmm.
self
Right.
that I have to account for.
Sure.
And you're preventing me from keeping my obligations.
Yes and no. I mean,
Yes and yes.
Yes, but I mean,
protesters
so you
are
show up, you have a deadline, and you go, look, I couldn't be here because there was a protest. Sorry. And if that person can't accept that, then I don't know what to tell you. But I mean, this is a perfectly legitimate reason to be late for work or to, miss a deadline.
So you're a doctor who's heading to an operation to save lives,
okay.
and a protester has the right to stop you and make you think about their plight in the world because their feelings were hurt.
Because their feelings were hurt? Sorry, are you saying that the people in Black Lives Matters are protesting because their feelings are hurt and not because there's a real societal issue?
No, I'm talking about different protests.
Oh, okay. You should make that clear.
Thank you. Actually, I probably should make that clear that I absolutely was not. I mean, I'm trying to be a little antagonistic, but not that antagonistic. No. Whoops. So anyway, what about when my point to the matter is, what about when there are like significant consequences for things like this?
Sure. I mean, like it's really difficult to say, but I think
not everybody's jobs are as inconsequential as yours and mine.
That's true.
There are some things that, what if they're, firefighters trying to go and put out a fire at the orphanage, but they can't get to it because there's a protest.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's more than one fire hall. There's backups that can go. I mean, sure, it takes
By
longer
the time
for them
the
to get
backup comes from extra far away, the orphans are all dead.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying. But it's important to be able to protest.
Isn't it? What do you think should happen? What's your ideal protest then?
Well, I didn't say I have a solution. I've just got problems.
Well, I'm just saying,
Yeah, so
Pam's probably not wearing pants right now.
Neither are we. It's a no pants party.
Well, that reminds me, I found pants in the McDonald's today.
That's never encouraging.
Nope. I wasn't real thrilled about it.
Woo. No pants.
Do you know those like baby changing stations?
Yeah.
It was sort of like
Are they okay, baby pants?
No. Well, I don't think so. Like I didn't touch them. But like I noticed that the station was sort of angled out a bit, like it was slightly ajar.
Okay.
And so I was like, that seems weird. So I went over and I just sort of pulled it open a little bit, and there was definitely a black pair of jeans in there. I would say adult sized. I did not get any details beyond that. I didn't want to know why they were there. I did not touch them. I looked at them. I glanced at them. Carried on with my day.
Yeah, I would not be investigating that.
Nope.
Absolutely
I thought there was a
not.
bit of a weird smell, but I was in a bathroom at the time, so I don't know if it was from the pants or not.
McDonald's bathroom.
Yeah. Who knows? It smells a little like bathroom, a little bit like French fries.
A little bit like bathroom, a little bit like French fries.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff. All right. And on we go.
What's next?
What's next? What's next? Are we going to jump right into it? Already?
It's real early.
It is.
It's 8:20. Pam, do you have anything you want us to talk about?
Yeah, it's been a lean week because we've actually been working and doing our jobs.
Yeah, I have to work right after this.
Me too.
I have to go home and log in and migrate some code.
Work is getting in the way of my.
I had to get up at like 11 last night to fix a bug. To be fair, I did create the bug, but it was a 5 minute.
Fix it.
Yeah, it was a 5-minute fix. It was real quick.
Yeah. Okay.
This is the problem with a bunch of you find out like day of that we're gonna migrate this stuff, and we're like, oh, okay, and then it's not quite done testing.
Yeah.
not quite through QA yet, and so so then they find some last minute bugs. So it like, you're rolling out the door. You're trying to get out by like 4 o'clock. So you're like hammering this code out. And then you submit it for like 3:30, and then, all right, see ya. You miss a couple things every now and then.
A couple things don't quite work the way you think it's going to.
No. Did you talk about long weekend yet?
It was a long weekend.
My long weekend was sort of boring. I'll tell you about my long weekend. I don't remember what I did on Friday.
This is a good start.
Saturday.
That's always a good start.
I don't know why I don't remember what I did on Friday. I assume... Oh, no. I do know what I did on Friday.
I'm frantically trying to remember what I did on Friday.
Right. So I think it was Friday. I'm not even sure now. I think it was Friday. Ariana went and on Thursday? Wednesday? I honestly have no idea anymore. I think on Friday night, I sat on our front porch. We got like some new outdoor furniture for our front porch. So I was sitting there trying to drink some whiskey and watch YouTube videos. And Ariana was planting some bushes. She was taking some old dead bushes out and replacing them with new, not dead bushes.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's the right way to do it.
Yep. And then, so I was sort of, helping her. Like, I'd have to go, like, fetch stuff. And so she didn't have to, like, go anywhere. But I wasn't doing any actual labor beyond that. I was just carrying stuff from place to place. And we met the neighborhood kids, a couple of them.
Hooligans?
I don't think so. They're like 3 and 5 years old. Just like little girls.
Chrome gobblers.
Chrome gobblers? That means a different thing where I come from, I think.
Little, like they're the height of... I hope I'm not using a very bad... Oh dear. Okay, so you met the kids. Move on, and I'm going to start Googling stuff.
And anyway, so they were like helping Ariana plant bushes. And then she decided she didn't want to talk to them anymore, so she sent them my way. And I made a couple little friends. And they were... They really liked the cats, and so they would press their faces against the windows and yell at the cats, and then the cats would run away, and they couldn't figure out why the cats were running away. And then the littler one, started doing like a song and a dance, but at first I thought she was just yelling at me about things, because I think this was... And I'm not 100% sure, because I cannot understand little kids when they talk, like, at all. And
well, some of them...
I get that it's difficult for a lot of people. It's not just me.
Right,
but, like,
yeah.
I feel like I'm just particularly bad at it. I never had a 3-year-old to practice with, so I find, like, parents are generally better at it than I am, at least a little bit. But I think she might not have been singing in English. Like, I'm not sure. And there was like this whole fancy dance. That is sort of basically what I meant. I'm not going to tell everyone what we're looking at right now, but it's like a reference from a movie.
Anyway.
Anyway, and so she was doing like this weird song and dance.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yes, this was definitely Friday night, because they showed up again on Saturday night. So Saturday night we had some guests over, and we're sitting... in our kitchen, and from where I was sitting I could see our front room windows that look out on the porch.
Yep.
And so the doorbell rings, which is weird just generally, and especially on a Saturday night. And so I look up and I see
People
this
coming to see me?
Yeah, and then I see like this 3-year-old face just pressed against the glass trying to look for a cat, and I was like, oh god, the kids are here again. So I got out and talked to them, and they were like telling me how much they really like petting cats. Hint, hint. Like, please let us pet your cats. And I was like, you guys can't be here. You have to go.
Sorry, no cats for you.
But I guess, like, so our neighbors have dogs, so they've met our neighbors. Mm-hmm. And they were telling us that when they were, like, so when our neighbors are home, I guess they weren't necessarily locking the front door. And so one day, these 2 little girls just walked into their house looking for dogs.
Where are these kids? The 3 and 5?
Yeah.
Where are these kids' parents?
I haven't figured out what house they're in. I asked them. They were very vague about it. Very misleading. So we have a cherry tree in the front of our yard.
Where do you live? In the Swift. Down.
I was trying to at least get them to point in a direction so I would have a clue. And I'm really still not sure. But they were like, oh, you have like your tree has nice pink flowers. I'm like, yeah, like it's a cherry tree. I'm like, I think we might have the only cherry tree. And they're like, no, we have a cherry tree. I was like, oh, so I'm looking, trying to find.
They're
another
also
cherry
liars.
Tree. Yeah, I get that. And I was like, do you live over there? Do you live over there? No. Well, you got to live in one of those directions. There's kind of only two. I guess they could live a couple blocks over,
Four
but they're
cardinal directions.
yes, but they're they're little kids. I can't imagine they're from that far away.
Vagrants.
That's probably it. They're just homeless.
Which porch do you live under?
Yeah. Is there a way to get under your porch, mister? What? Are you a mouse? And then, so then we had some guests over on Saturday night, and I drank a fair amount of rum. I got some fancy rum. Some Mount Gay Black Barrel, I think it's called. So it's like rum done in bourbon casks.
This sounds intriguing.
It's not bad. Like, it's not the greatest rum I've ever had, but it's not bad.
All right.
And it's not too expensive. Like, it was like $39 or something like that. Which, I've had way more expensive rum.
How big bottle?
For $2.6.
Okay. That's
Standard size.
very adequate.
Yeah. Then we had some
it.
friends over on Sunday night. And of course, during the day on Saturday, what did I do? I did a bunch of yard work. I'm just going to keep talking until you think of what you've been doing. And then...
I was like lazy all weekend. There's nothing, like no exciting stuff this weekend at all. My biggest struggle was not feeling guilty about how little I was doing.
Oh, no, I did some yard work, and then...
Nope, did not do that.
I went and helped my parents.
Did not do
I had
that.
to go help them move something, but then I didn't have to help them move. They sold a couch, and so they needed me to help load it into someone's truck. But that person showed up with a second person who was strong, so I didn't have to do anything.
You didn't need to do anything.
Nope, didn't have to go there. So then I bought a new pair of running shoes, went for a run. Didn't blow my knee out.
You were like way more...
But I got heat stroke, so I felt terrible.
Yeah,
Pretty much for the
that's
rest
half
of
of
the
why I
day.
didn't do anything. It was bloody
And then
hot this weekend.
Sunday I helped move stuff at my parents' house, like just from room to room. Had some
Randomly.
people over on Sunday night. Drank a bunch of beer. And then Monday I didn't do anything but play video games for the most part. Because I didn't want to do anything.
Oh, we were dog sitting this weekend.
Oh, there you
That's
go.
what it was. Yeah, we friends went camping. We took their dog. It's the dumbest dog on the face of the planet. Very well behaved, but does not listen to anything.
Oh. That sounds contradictory.
I know it's out, but like he didn't eat things. He didn't go where he wasn't supposed to. He didn't go where he was supposed to either. But like no, doesn't listen to commands. Like does not come when you call him. And then we found out afterwards. I think I knew at some point, but didn't really pay attention. He's only one, so he's like a young puppy. So
I thought you were going to say deaf. Like I thought that was the punchline.
I
to this
legitimately
story.
wondered that during the weekend if this dog was deaf because he did not listen to commands, but didn't do like a whole bunch of nasty bad puppy things.
That's good.
Just didn't like come when we called him. So Pam saw Deadpool.
I did not.
I have not yet.
I still have to see Infinity War.
Yeah, I haven't seen Infinity War. Oh, I watched Black Panther on the weekend finally.
Did you like it?
Completely adequate.
Yeah, that's sort of what I thought.
I was. Yeah. Pam needs someone to train her dog. How old is your dog, Pam?
18.
And
It's older than all of our kids.
and do you mean sun? Yeah, the mosquitoes are. Did you get eaten alive by the mosquitoes this weekend?
A little bit.
They're a monster.
I'm just waiting for, like, we normally have like a bunch of spiders and dragonflies, so we don't really generally have a mosquito problem. But I mean, we do early because that's what draws dragonflies to our.
You got to wait for the dragonfly population to move in.
Yeah. And so generally, I don't spend time outside.
We're
ever.
developers. We IT no direct sunlight is.
Well, yeah, it's like
really bad.
I sort of feel bad sometimes because Ariane is like doing all this like nice stuff to the backyard, and I'm like, I
Heather loves
never
it.
see it. Like, she'll be like, "Oh, did you see this new bush out front?" I'm like, I haven't
didn't.
used the front door in like 6 months. I don't. Nope. Like in the summer, I go out there to mow, and that's about it.
Yeah, no, the outdoors. Ugh, too much fresh air, too much natural sunlight.
But now that we have stuff like furniture on the front porch, I actually might spend more time outside because our house faces
Now
north.
there are mosquitoes.
So the back of the house is like sitting on the face of the sun because there's like no shade in my backyard, and the sun is like directly above us
And facing north or facing south?
facing south.
Yeah, mine too.
Right, so
Same thing.
I spend like no time back there. But now that we have like this nice like little table and chair set out front, and I was like, oh, it actually is nice outside when it's not blisteringly hot.
Right, which is not this week. This week is hot.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the rain. It's
Yeah.
coming. It's coming soon.
For
I
sure.
can't wait. Pam's dog is only 3, not 18.
No, I know. Well, that's like 21 in dog years.
Yeah, so that should be like an angsty.
21. I thought people were angsty when they were like 15.
Yeah, 21's the new 15.
Right, because 30 is the new 20.
Because 30's the new 20. And we're all living at home till we die.
Yep. I
Ridiculous.
might just move back home now.
Seems like a good option. See if that's available. That would be all right.
I could move back into my my bedroom from when I was a kid.
I could not because my parents don't live here anymore.
My parents moved back into that house. So
That's no. All right, that's what we did. Now, Kickstarter crystal ball.
I gotta get on the ball. I
Get
gotta
up.
get on the Kickstarter crystal ball.
Get on the ball. We'll fire off these real fast because we're not going to spend time like crazy. Sons of Ammo is actually gone. It's done. It's. Pam, do you seriously live in your childhood home?
She does.
Like you bought it from? Did you steal it from your parent? Did you? Do I want to know the logistics of how that occurred?
I don't know. Yeah, like it's nothing,
Are they nefarious?
Nothing awful happened. I don't think. I mean, I wasn't there when it happened. So like,
I'm not aware of anything
who am I to
nefarious that
say?
happened.
Okay, hold on. So
Okay.
I got to catch up here.
Oh.
Sons of Ammo is done. Did not make it.
Did not. Well,
not
we
even
knew
close.
it wasn't going to make it.
Well, yes, but not
Yeah,
even
it
close.
wasn't.
So we're in the Techlo litter
Techlo,
box.
not even sort of.
Nope. Not even
Good German
close.
engineering gone to waste.
Popcorn.
Not really. So, popcorn.
I'm assuming I'm showing this stuff. Hang on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Popcorn
did
didn't
not make
make
it.
it.
Didn't make anything. The Benidorm Strangers Beds
Hang on. Benidorm.
did not make
They
it.
did not make it, and they did not get.
Not even
See,
close.
But they also didn't really tell what they were.
No, like
we
don't
never
know
figured
it
out what
was.
that one was.
And we read things real quick and high
Real
level.
good.
The Money
Except
Taco.
not at all.
Not
Could
even
be.
close.
Oh, not even close.
392 out of 100,000.
Makes me happy that one.
Man,
didn't
I picked
happen.
some real winners. Voyage Share.
No.
Oh, this made it last week, I think.
Which one? Oh, the Voyage. Yeah, no. I don't even want to. This stupid beach chair. I don't understand why people would actually like.
Because they don't
back this
have.
one.
We said this last week because they don't have stores by them. They only shop on Kickstarter.
That's about the only reason you would. Do this.
Elia. Oh yeah, Elia made it last week. Oh yeah, how much did they get?
Oh
net?
yeah, Elia, fantastic.
34,897. I don't remember what they were.
This
asking
was
for.
possibly Elia here. This guy, I'm gonna like that one because that was one of the best Kickstarters we've found.
Yeah,
We were
very
super-
deserving Kickstarter. It was like a
oh,
Sacred Wand of Power. Did not make it.
Didn't make it.
I'm actually a little surprised by that. I think I might have said that one was.
I think you might have said that one was going to make it. It did not.
And this one got canceled.
Which one?
Significant Other and I developed very first video game. Which
it got canceled, but it had already been.
Yeah, I know. It already got funded.
Wait,
Canceled by the project creator 6 days ago. I don't get it. You had your money, man. You were gonna get like $75 after your Kickstarter fees.
90. Oh, okay, after the Kickstarter.
And well, oh yeah,
Yeah,
I was
what?
thinking that was in Canadian. For some reason, I thought that was Canadian.
They canceled it.
Yeah,
So apparently they were not evil geniuses. They actually didn't.
they screwed something up.
They screwed something up and didn't do it right. Maybe they were asking for like 10,000,
That would be funny.
or maybe they're asking for 1,000. I don't know.
Updates. Changes to come. Hello, everyone. Brought to my attention there are many healthy changes. Oh, there we go. That could be made to our Kickstarter, and so I will be personally reworking, and uploading a new and more professional one to ensure, like, proofreading. I hope someone told you about proofreading. Your early support has been appreciated. I'll be sure to message each of you, both of you, personally to ensure that once things are, I think you know one of them, like they're probably live in your van, to ensure that once things are running smoothly, we can pick up where we left off. If any of you have questions or concerns, feel free to message me personally. I'll be sure to get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you.
I have concerns.
I want to know why they did that.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a comment.
No, Pam, we don't have a producer.
I didn't have
just needed to get through
I didn't
the
have
old stuff, the
time
old
and
chaff.
had someone glance over this for me for spelling errors. There seemed to have been a lot left in, and I cannot seem to change it at this point. You canceled it because of spelling errors? I mean, don't get me wrong. I appreciate someone fixing their spelling errors. I think that's a great attitude to have. But you were funded, man. Like, who cares? I'm assuming this is in a reply to something.
Is that Austin? Is that the creator?
Yep. It says created 2. Maybe he...
Oh,
Is
so
this the new one?
he's got the new one. I don't know why he doesn't link to the new one. Well, we've got to follow this one.
All right, we'll switch the link, I guess. So he's making more money now. 420, but he's not funded.
Oh, Pam thinks they got in trouble.
For what?
There's
She's just her gut feeling.
No, she says there's a bigger story. Is that, well, okay, Pam, is that your gut feeling that there's a bigger story? Or do you have you actually read this, like we don't? And Pam also finds it humorous that it's been funded, or that 420's been pledged.
Yeah, I think that's funny too.
I think it's a little
Canadian.
telling.
You're asking for way more money.
Yeah, she just says it's a gut feeling. Okay, so where is the...
I think it was the $10 thing I think that was a mistake.
I think, yeah, so
I think he went, oh God, he went, great, it got funded, and went, wait, for $10?
Well, but they're asking for, he's looking for 2,220.
That's a oddly specific number. Maybe 2's his lucky number, but why not 2222?
Man, I don't know.
Maybe 0 is also his
Okay.
lucky number.
Pledge without a...
3 2's is his lucky number, and 1 0 is another lucky number. So really, this is the luckiest number of all for this guy. Is this also about living in a van?
I'm assuming so. Let's just quick...
I'm just scanning for... I guess I could do Control F van. Nope, doesn't mention his van in this one.
Oh, so someone's backed 75. So yeah, he's...
Someone backed $200? Send us your photo. We will design one of our local NPC townfolk in your likeness. Subject to approval for decency purposes. So please don't send us pictures of wieners, is what they're saying.
That's very smart.
Yeah.
Subject to, yeah. Oh, he's got a pie chart. He's got a pie chart. Put the pie chart up.
Ugh, this is not my work mouse. It does not just spin. Funding plan. Art and music, 18%. Kickstarter fees, 6%. Oh, he took his Kickstarter fees into account. Thank you.
Wow, this guy is like...
No one ever does that. Living, 10%. All right. Maybe don't put that in your funding plan.
It costs you 10%. That's not that much, though.
It's really not. That's like $200.
$222.
Well, less is 6%. So.
Oh yeah.
Well, I guess it's not less than 6. So yeah.
No, that's right. It is.
It isn't. Because that's how a pie chart works.
Because that's how a pie chart works. Whew.
14% marketing, 52% equipment. So he's buying a computer for about $1,000.
Just over $1,000.
Yeah, American. So it'll be.
That's okay.
Yeah, I'm saying it'll be a good computer.
Good enough to do this.
Sure. I mean, you could do this on my laptop.
Fun.
To be honest with you. But.
Large aspect to making project.
Working full time has left us spending most of our personal free time developing the game, artwork, music. I mean, this is a better Kickstarter than the other one.
Oh yeah, look at this.
It's got graphics. I wonder if this is. I don't know if this is actually the replacement though. I think this is like his project, and then the other one was him and his significant other were going to make a video game together. So he just thought he would kickstart something quick for that. But I still don't understand why it was canceled. Because he showed the trailer for this game, I think, in the other one. Mm-hmm. So it was Project Aurora. And at the time, he only had the one Kickstarter. So maybe this is the replacement. And he's just like, oh, I have actual assets now I can upload. Weird. Anyways, he's got a FAQ.
How long is
67 hours.
Look at this. This is like a...
In early summer 2019. Yeah, this is the same thing. It just looks... He did a better job of creating a Kickstarter, I guess. But, he was funded. Now he's not. Just saying. That's probably what it was, though. He was like, sweet, I can get my computer. Oh, wait, I only have $10.
$10?
$96 isn't getting me much of a PC.
Yeah, Pam's really picking up on the stoner thing. Project Aurora. And it's fun. He doesn't want it to stay funded at $420, but...
No van equals more professional. That's true.
Not talking about...
I don't want to offend any van people that might be watching.
Van people?
Yeah.
Like that's a...
It's a thing.
It's a thing?
Yeah, because kids can't afford to move out of their parents' house, so they buy vans, and they make them up as like living space. Some of them look really cool. I used to own a van that I could have lived in.
There are days where it seems like probably not a bad idea.
Don't have to pay a mortgage. You just gotta pay gas and maintenance fees on your van, and I guess like hookup fees. Probably sleep.
Like, you mean to like
get
utilities?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking like if you're at a campsite, but I guess you can just park in you could probably just live in a Walmart parking lot.
You can.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So I used to have my first vehicle was a '77 Westphalia camper van, so I could have lived in it. The only thing it didn't have that's the last year it was made without a stove, so I didn't have a stove, but I had a sink and a fridge, and a pop tent and bunk beds. I guess it didn't have a toilet, but it was a van. Cupboards. Had lots of cupboards. An 8-track player. Could have had some pretty groovy parties. Just in my van.
In a van?
Yeah.
Okay, well that brings us to
We have. I did grab a couple new ones, which is probably for the best since we're running a little. Have you found?
It's fantastic.
You want to do this one?
I want to do that one.
Okay.
Jeremy
Jeremy picked this one.
Oh, we're doing this one first?
Oh, we don't have to.
Well, I was going to do your new...
Okay.
Okay, so we're doing this one first. This looks cool.
Okay, we'll do this
I know
one first.
nothing other than...
Skip 55, the arithmetic board game. I actually saw
Arithmetic.
this. Arithmetic.
You sure it's not arithmetic?
Yes. It's arithmetic. I'm not sure about anything anymore. I'll be totally honest with you. I worked from home today because I got like no sleep last night. So my brain's been pretty dead all day. And I spent the day fixing bugs. So...
Oh, this one's not going to... Oh, it might make it.
Okay. So, you move by jumping over pieces and capturing the first jump piece, so it's checkers. Your score is the sum of the face value of your captured pieces, so it's not checkers.
I'm losing enthusiasm.
So they did a mathematics puzzle game before. It was well received, but only designed for 1 or 2 players. With Skip 55, we have created a more complex arithmetic game for multiple players. I can't stop saying it now. The basic concept is based on the addition operation, but pieces are numbered 1 to 10 and -1, minus whatever. This construct introduces subtraction calculations, and together with the unknown value of dark pieces, creates a very entertaining and educational strategic board game. Some strategery. 1 to 4 players, 8+ takes 10 minutes to play a game, which isn't bad. It's a nice looking design.
Yeah, I chose completely based on the front page
Oh yeah.
and the design of their picture. Let's watch the video.
Oh yeah, I always forget there's videos on these things.
Pam rightly notes this would not make a good drinking game.
I am Mitsuo Yamamoto, Logic Games creator. Okay, I'll show you. This is the latest game. It's Skip Go Go. Okay, Jane can. Okay, me first.
Okay.
1 to 10. So,
It's Chinese checkers so far.
Hey, no, Japanese.
Well, it's the movement of Chinese checkers so far.
7. It's 7. Okay, move the piece and jump over a piece or 2 pieces. 4. Okay. I
It's
wanna
like a
get
surprise
the
piece.
10 easily. Oh, okay. Okay. Here, capture, and 10.
That was a bold play.
Oh, 9.
Maybe. I don't know.
9. 5. Pass is not out. So, no legal take, so cannot jump any other piece. So the game is over. Then open the piece. Then the total score is higher player to win the game. 19, GQ. 8 to 19. So I win. I won the game. So the first player can have a bonus to get this piece. If this piece is the -10, then change to the +10. But the opponent get the already -10. So I give up to obtain this piece. This piece is -1. That's the game. Please enjoy the game. See you.
Okay. I gotta be honest with you. I've played a bunch of games in my life. I would not play this game, I don't think.
I think I'd have to try it a couple times.
It
Looks interesting.
does not look interesting. It looks like You just jump over the highest piece. I'm wondering what's stacked here. Like, this looks interesting with the stacking and these cards. I want to know what's happening with that.
Well, yeah, who knows what's going on with the cards?
But that game that he just showed, it's just find a way to capture the highest value pieces.
It might be fun twice.
Maybe.
Anyway.
So, how much does it cost if you're gonna buy it?
Okay. Whoa, it's expensive.
It's not that bad.
In yen. Oh, no, it's not that bad.
Okay, so they're asking for 1,162 Canadian bucks, or 100,000 yen. Got for $6 you got an arithmetic cards card set with original game rules. I guess I don't know what.
Okay, so like it becomes like,
what is this? So he adds other rules.
Optional.
Oh.
Arithmetic operations.
Oh, basic play uses addition. Oh, okay, that's not bad. Cards are shuffled. Okay, that does add something that's at least vaguely interesting. I could see it, like, definitely, like, using these cards, it certainly does make it a little more educational as opposed to just adding and subtracting. But I suppose people got to start somewhere. There's a review. The game is tactical rather than strategic.
Is there a difference between the two?
Meaning that most of your time will be spent figuring out the next few turns rather than gaining insight about the future. That's the difference.
Oh.
I just didn't finish reading the whole sentence out loud.
I wasn't using my eyeballs. Mini board, standard board with the optional arithmetic cards.
$39. I don't get it. If it's $380 for the cards,
Just for the extra arithmetic cards.
oh, that's a standard board. I was totally reading this wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not terrible. I'd like to see the
like
gameplay with the optional cards. He's got a bunch of variations. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
All right. The more I look at this, the less crazy I think this is.
Lucky.
Well, not crazy, but boring is the word I was thinking
Boring's
of.
the word you're talking about?
Boring is the word I was thinking of.
Yeah.
All right. So,
All right.
you think this should be here?
I think it totally should be here.
Me too. Think it'll make it?
We're getting close.
13 days to go. 239. Well, this would have come out like what, today, right?
When did it come out? Oh yeah, because this was one of the newest, right?
Yeah, this was on the newest page. This would have come out today. So, you know, he's
It might make it. Yeah.
what's the percentage there? 20%. 20% in one day.
It'll make it.
I'm inclined to agree.
It'll
Actually,
manage.
the more I sort of scroll down, the better this looks. Like all this optional stuff looks better. I guess I get that you sort of need to show like the basic gameplay of it, but it would have been nice to see something that looked less dull or simple.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
It doesn't speak to me as a gamer, as a player of games.
No, but Pam says it looks like it would be a good center activity in grade school. Like
for sure. Like
that would be-
I get it would be like
teachers would eat this game up.
yeah, like just doing the adding part is good for like little kids, and then with the optional cards, it looks like it'll go, maybe another year or two.
The optional arithmetic cards.
Yeah. Arithmetic cards.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's gonna go. Let's.
Okay.
Let's
Well,
say
now
yes.
let's switch things up a little bit.
Yeah, what are you picking here? Amazing art anthology book.
Yep. It's
All
sort of, what it looks like. Best in Show art book. So this is a collection of I'm assuming erotic furry artwork. Though I don't know if there's a type of furry artwork that's not considered erotic.
I haven't heard of furry artwork that is erotic.
Oh, the internet, the only thing the internet ever shows me is like people doing weird, gross
A
things.
dog girl art book.
I guess I shouldn't be fetish shaming. Yeah, so a handful of furry artists wanted to celebrate the festive occasion of something with some of their fantastic dog girls and bring them together into one book. We chose the theme of Dog Show to highlight our girls' best qualities. The girls are competing in categories such as swimsuit, formal wear, loungewear, and talent. I do not want to see any of that. Best in Show features some of your favorite characters and also brings you to some brand new characters. This is a fully illustrated book and is perfect for collectors and fans alike. The campaign offers you physical goods and digital goods. Tried to make it have as much flavor as I possibly could cater to individual tastes. Please be aware that some material, after bark specifically, might not be suitable for children. If this didn't tell you, if this image here doesn't tell you that this is not suitable for children, I don't know what to tell you. So here's a sample of the kind of artwork you might see. Dog girl butts. See, now, shouldn't a dog girl have, like, 6 nipples?
It's not anatomically accurate.
Well, I get that, but, like, the eyes don't even make sense.
The eyes, yes, that's the part that I'm confused about. Okay.
Oh, God. Frequently asked questions. I want to participate in a project like this. Will there be more? There might be another future project in the future, but as right now, this is my main focus. Like, I don't get it. I want to participate in a project like this, but not this one. Oh, maybe it's an artist. It's probably a furry artist.
Well, yeah, it must be.
How can I help promote your campaign? No, thank you. I guess we're doing all the promotion we need to right now. It does look to be nicely bound. 8.5 by 11 full color illustrations. Oh, those are just digital renditions. It might not look like that at all. You can get some patches that you could actually give to a child. It's a passion project for Liz. She really wanted to work with some amazing people that she's met over the years while developing herself into the furry community. That's a weird sentence. While developing myself into the furry community. Like she's changing into the furry community. She's becoming the furry community. Man, did you ever get quiet?
I don't even...
She looks like a rabbit, this one. Kinda. She's a rabbity features.
That does look like a... Maybe a Cocker Spaniel?
Okay, yeah. What breed of dog do you think she is when she's not a dog girl and just a dog?
Yeah, no,
I think this one's like a what is that? Like an Afghan?
Like a blanket?
No, like the dog. This isn't.
I don't know.
This isn't blanket girls. This is dog girls.
Blanket. Yeah. All right. So then, all of the different artists that are involved here, and of course we have.
Okay, so for $5 you get a HD wallpaper pack. $15 you get the digital download. Available November of 2018.
It's coming quickly.
So wondering if I know anyone who has a birthday in November. Deluxe digital folio for $20. Zip file of all artwork. Book pledges 30, 25. Oh, why isn't this 25 and 30? Oh, because it's okay. Best in Show, the kid-friendly version, $30. $25 more for the kid unfriendly addendum. Both books for $55. Well, that's how that math works. Yes. Bundle pledges: Best in Show and Digital Folio, $45. Best in Show and Digital Deluxe, $50. Collector's Bundle, $80. That sounds like a real bargain. A goodie bag. Handmade patch. Oh, I was thinking you were actually going to get some sort of weird dog-flavored Pocky or something.
Yeah, that's...
Lots of goodie bags. $500. Both books, all promotional items, special credit in the book, special display ribbon, and a commission from an artist.
Okay.
This dog likes yoga, I think. Nope, volleyball. Volleyball player.
Right, volleyball. Okay.
Stretch goals?
Have you gone over the budget?
Nope,
Oh,
just
no,
got down to the
just
budget graphic. All right. 60% production, 24% fulfillment, 10% Kickstarter. They're giving more to Kickstarter than the other guy. His fees are only 6%. Maybe he calculated his fees wrong.
It could be.
5% cushions. That's a lot of cushions. 1% for the backer kit.
Okay.
Everything's going to be printed by Print Ninja. Timeline. What is in that
Campaign
bag?
Lodge.
All the artwork finalized, sent to production in August. Finalizing production in October, fulfillment in November. All these dog girls look very thankful.
Risks and challenges. I've previously done collaboration projects with my little sweetheart as a designer and artist. Last year I fulfilled a successful Kickstarter campaign for a set of enamel pins, but this project will be my first venture into a full project.
I really don't get the enamel pin kickstart.
Well, they automatically fund.
Yeah.
I
don't get like why.
Don't understand why.
Like you can just buy enamel pins.
Okay,
Put
so
it
the
on Etsy.
biggest risks I face are utilizing a fulfillment center and a new production house for printing that I am not yet familiar with. I have included a buffer in the initial goal just in case I have any surprise expenses. Okay, surprisingly sensible.
Yep.
Okay, you think this should be here? You think this belongs on Kickstarter?
I'm not sure.
You know it's going to get funded.
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely.
That's not even a question.
Does this meet my requirements of what I think should be on Kickstarter? Kind of no. Like I'm okay. Like in terms of.
This is the pin that...
What page is that? Oh, that's the pins that they did.
This is the pin that she did here. Slag it to you.
I'll just.
Or, you know, whatever.
I'll find her other created. Here's her corgi heart pin, everybody. That is a corgi heart.
No, that's a corgi butt.
Yeah, it looks like that's where their heart is located.
In their butt?
I think so. I don't know a lot about corgis, but
Corgis are a very weird breed dog. All right, so...
okay. So like we're just a sec. All right, so we're like Kickstarters are concerned. I get it. Like, so they have like a whole
It's a
thing
creative
just
project.
for art, yeah. And it's a creative project. Like I always sort of feel a little weird, and it's not because it's like a weird dog girl thing that I'm not into, but I just sort of think like projects like this, I don't know if I like them on Kickstarter. But I don't really have a problem with them being on a crowdfunding site at the same time, because it's expensive to create a book and distribute it without having a bunch of pre-orders. So like I get it. Like
I think this is a perfect...
It's a fine venue for it. I think it's just because Kickstarter's called Kickstarter that there's something there in the back of my head where I'm like, this should be for people trying to start a business and not just use it as like an order form, which is sort of what they're doing here a little bit. It's difficult to say, right?
Yeah.
I'm a little on the fence about it. Like, generally I don't, because like I know, like art books especially, I mean, there's not a ton of demand for art books. So I mean, if you can sell them via Kickstarter, I guess that's fine. So like I wouldn't even know where else to go get one.
Chapters.
Well, okay, sure, but I'm just saying, like from from a niche community.
Well, yeah, and I mean, it's gonna get funded. So I mean, how can you fault them for
it will get
for being there? There's no question it's getting funded.
Yeah, they weren't asking for a ton. I don't.
10,000. They're almost halfway there.
Okay.
I'm making up numbers. They're a third. They're a quarter of the way there. Shut up.
34.8%.
They're a third of the way there. Oh, my arithmetic is
You need that game.
struggling.
You need
today.
that skip 55.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Back to the Kickstarter. This is a neat one. Podrobe.
Here we go.
It is. At first, I thought this was kind of silly. Excuse me, kind of silly. But then I sort of looked at it and I was like, if I was a kid, I would want this. And it turns out they're looking at making adult-sized ones and wheelchair-accessible ones, which I think is really cool.
I want to see the
What
video.
what it is?
Yeah. What is it?
Let's find out together.
It's patent pending.
Except I've read the thing, so I actually do know what it is.
Hi guys, my name's Danny and I am a 34-year-old carpenter from Canterbury in England. So I just want to tell you a little bit about myself. I'll keep it short and then there'll be a product video at the end. I've been a carpenter for 17 years. I've always worked locally for local firms. I'm hardworking and reliable, so I've never been out of work. I've recently decided to take a new path and follow my dream of designing and making furniture. At the moment, I am still working on building sites during the day, and in the evenings and weekends, I make my designs. Hello? Hello. So my business is a family-run business. I'm married with 3 children. Logan, he's 1. He can't do much. He just gets in the way. Layla, my youngest daughter, she's 4. And Reese, my eldest, he's 12. This is my wife, Jade. She has a secretary background, so she'll be doing the admin side of the business. This is my sister Kelly. She's the brains of the family. She's got a degree in management, and she'll be in charge of pretty much everything. And this is Andy. He's a carpenter too. We work together, and he'll be helping us with the pod ropes as well. One more thing before I show
safety
you the product
glasses.
video. Make sure that if you do like what we're doing, please don't forget to follow us on Instagram. And if you do decide you want to back us, then that's even more reason to give us a follow on Instagram, because you'll be able to see exactly what we're doing with the money that we've raised.
Which is what?
It's a toy with endless possibilities.
Okay. Now on to the meat of it.
Right.
We've had the family side, which is cool.
How close are you allowed to sit to a TV?
That close.
Apparently. Okay.
So, that's it in a nutshell.
Okay. So,
It is a thing that is half closet, half mini playhouse that goes in the corner or somewhere.
yeah.
And kids can sit in there and watch TV or play video games or do homework or have raves, it looks like.
It's a place for them to go blind and get epilepsy.
Yeah.
All right. I really like the idea.
Yeah.
I really like the idea.
I think it's pretty cool.
I'm hugely concerned about the execution.
Yeah.
One, how big do you make these things, and how quick do your kids grow out of them? Although it looked like his wife was in one. I don't know if she's a tiny, tiny lady or... so, yeah, you got to somehow be able to communicate the dimensions of this thing so that it's...
Yeah, I think they had something about dimensions on the page. I do know because I was reading ahead for once.
We don't do that on
They
this
were
show.
they were talking about creating adult and teenager size ones, so I don't know the difference between a teen and an adult size.
So here's the question: like, how much you have to buy one, and then buy another one to get like the bigger size, or
Probably.
like it's a
I would
big
just-
piece of furniture
I
to?
would just buy the bigger one
Well, yeah,
if I
right.
was gonna buy one. This is interesting though. Can create a safe and calming space for children with autism. I can see that.
Yeah.
Maybe
I mean,
not
not
with
with
the
the
LEDs on.
lights.
But yeah, like if I was a kid, I would be
Oh.
pretty happy to have this.
My son would go bonkers for this, for sure. Like he,
Like this is pretty cool. For a
absolutely.
kid. Like I was sort of going through this, and I was like, this would be kind of neat to have now.
I wouldn't mind building one of these for me. Properly configured, like with the right
Yeah.
ergonomics, absolutely. I think they're going to be expensive. I think that, and for what, looking at the builds that they've done, like they're good, but they're not.
Well, they aren't. Those guys aren't finishing carpenters. There's a difference.
That's what it
between
is.
A carpenter and a
Yeah.
finishing carpenter, right?
Yeah, and that's what it is. These look like they were built by a framer, which, like, if I were to build one of these, I worked as a framer in college. This is like the finishing quality
mine
that
would
I would
look
do.
like that, but more crooked.
Well, see, mine would at least be square. I learned how to do that much. But yeah, and Pam says it would be good to contain sound. Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Like, right? She thinks it's too easy to copy, would be a risk.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm going to copy the crap out of it and see what I can do to improve on it.
There we go. Pod rope height. Found some dimensions here.
Hey, there's dimensions on this thing?
Yeah. I'll
This
switch
once
back to-
once we start.
So 2,200 millimeters tall. So 2.2 meters. I can do conversions in my head like that.
Click to follow. It doesn't work.
It's just an image.
Oh, we can see the Facebook page.
Oh, that's funny.
But the-
Yeah, they screwed that up.
Oh, guys.
Width, so
Click for
1.9
pod
meters
road
wide, 1.35 meters deep, and 1.4 meters. The pod height is 1.4 meters. So the total height is 2.2 meters, but the top part that you sit in is 1,400.
Right,
Or,
and that's
sorry, 1.4
yeah.
meters. Sleek, curved, high gloss finish. Is this? Oh, so that's a glimpse into the future. They're going to figure out how to curve things. They're sort of blocky.
So,
right?
oh yeah, in their timeline, 2016, Podrobe Idea was born.
Mhm.
They filed for a patent.
Hmm.
Okay, started bespoke furniture company. Okay, built workshop in the garden, made
Yep.
prototypes. Run. Oh, hang on.
And
And that
now-
takes us to now.
Yep.
And then we're running the Kickstarter campaign. find larger workshop and equipment is going to come next.
What are they asking for? Ooh, that is a lot of money.
Yeah, that's my
That's a $250,000 Canadian dollaroonies.
dollaroonies.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, $250,000 Canadian is what they're trying to find.
Yeah,
That'll
be tough. How much
I think
time?
that's going to be tough.
39 days. I don't think they're going to get it. To be totally honest with you.
I do not believe they will be able to do this.
No, I think they should have asked for half of what they did. But I also get that they're trying to be realistic about their costs.
Yeah, and it might cost legitimately that much.
I don't think this is like a real crazy overestimation. If he needs to find new space,
Yeah.
and some better equipment, and then he's got to like source materials.
Whew.
Planning and flat pack development, that's important, right? Like it's got to be shippable,
Oh, yeah.
right? So they're going to want like CNC, right?
Like the music factory.
Or like
I'm
like the computer assisted,
yeah.
I can't even think what CNC stands for.
Oh, balls.
It's a computer something cutting?
Oh, computer numerical control.
Oh, numerical control. I would not have
I don't
guessed
even
that.
think I knew that. Ah.
Whoops. I also might not have known that.
Yeah, no, I didn't know that. So, all right.
So you might get this for Christmas 2019.
Except also probably not.
Probably not, realistically.
But that's
Everybody's trying to go
okay.
worldwide. Anywhere in the world.
Yeah, that's a tough ship to.
Oh, no, sorry. It was like a keychain that was anywhere in the world.
Okay.
The actual pod thing is only UK.
Yeah, good.
That makes sense.
Good. At least
better.
that's smart for them. I think this is a good project to be on Kickstarter.
Yep. I think this is the right kind of thing to be on Kickstarter.
I don't think they're going to make it. I think it's going to be tough to.
I agree with you.
I don't think they're going to get enough traction, but
No, and they've got to get it basically their entire market's going to be in the UK because a lot of people are going to be like, oh, this is a cool idea. Oh, wait, you won't ship to me?
I'll just build one.
Yeah. Or, or just whatever. Like, I've changed my mind. I don't like it
I
that way.
changed my mind. I don't want it.
Yeah. Yeah, I wish I could get this in Canada. Is basically what'll happen. And then they won't fund it, right?
Right. Well, of course not. All right,
Because this isn't actual kickstarting on Kickstarter.
right. So, all right. So, awesome idea. Probably good product. We're gonna watch it fail miserably, no doubt.
Seems likely. I hope we're wrong about that, but
Hope we're wrong, but I don't think.
I'd like to see this one go. It's nice to see like a nice family-run business
Yeah.
gain some traction.
And he's got the plan. Like he's, this is my sister. She's the brains.
Yeah.
She's going to be in charge of almost everything. I'm like,
yeah,
it's fantastic. If you can hand off that and be,
Yeah,
like
and be
eyes
happy
open
with
that,
it.
that you're not the one that should be making business decisions.
Yeah.
Like that's a huge hurdle.
I just build things. Thanks.
yeah. So hopefully,
Good for him.
Yeah, hopefully he gets some products that maybe.
It seems smart. And I don't think it's a terrible. Well, it's smart, and I think it's well thought out.
It's ambitious to start out the company that way. If
It
they're going
is
to start
ambitious,
doing, if they're going to start doing furniture, that's an ambitious start.
Yeah.
They should do other like bunk beds and loft beds for kids and things like that. Other like
Yeah, like kid-friendly furniture.
kid-friendly furniture that maybe isn't quite as huge as this idea, but
Yeah.
and then like do it well and start building a following and
If you could make it modular, that would be kind of cool. So you like buy a base, and then later you can add a pod to go on top of it.
oh yeah, they could do lots of things like that.
Right, like you need like a wardrobe. Well, here's like a wardrobe that's 3 feet high.
Yeah, anything that's reconfigurable, especially, and that would address then the sizing
Yeah.
issues too. Like your kids outgrow part of it, you can reconfigure it so that they still fit, or that it's still age appropriate, or that whatever.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's follow them along with it and see how it goes. But I think that brings us to the end of another day and another Bourbon and Zeppelins.
That's it. That's all.
That's it. That's all.
Thanks, everybody.
fun.
I guess we should do the stuff that we always forget to do. If you've been watching this anywhere other than Facebook, you should follow us.
Find us on Facebook.
Facebook.com/Bourbon and Zeppelins. We do live shows almost every Wednesday at 8 o'clock Mountain. We do try to give you guys heads up when we don't do shows, but sometimes I'm just like, we're not doing a show tonight. That means I don't have to log into Facebook today. So I don't.
That's right. You're off Facebook the entire day.
Well, yeah, I'm not. I wish I were. And and if you want to, I'm not even going to plug Instagram and Twitter anymore. I couldn't tell the last time I even logged into those accounts.
We have accounts.
They
Find them
exist.
for the Easter eggs.
Yeah, sure.
Something like that. I don't know.
If you want to find us on YouTube, you'll actually have to search for us on YouTube, youtube.com. I was going to say slash something.
YouTube.com, search Bourbon and Zeppelins.
Yeah, do that.
We're the only channel.
And I upload those videos there eventually.
That's right.
I still have last week's not uploaded, which the thing is that I never think about the show until Wednesday, and then the show finishes, and I just stop thinking about it entirely.
Yeah, because we have to go back to work.
Yeah, I literally have to go back to work after this, and then and then I have to remember on the weekend to find time. Whatever. I should maybe set a reminder or something.
Stuff gets up there.
Yeah, that'll happen one of these days. Anyways, YouTube.com, search for Bourbon and Zeppelins. Please subscribe to that, so maybe one day we can
have a URL.
We can be eligible to have a custom URL
That would
for
be
our
great.
channel. That would be really cool.
Our goals are very humble. We don't want monetization. We don't want money. We just want a URL.
Yeah, like for now, you aren't going to see any ads. We aren't going to monetize our videos. We're not even close to eligible for monetization on YouTube. Like at this rate, it'll be 2030 before we're even getting a sniff of any advertising revenue off of anything.
So we're right on track.
Yeah. Anyways, that's been it. I've been David.
I'm still Jeremy.
He's still Jeremy, and we will see you next week, probably.
Almost for sure.
Almost for sure. Yeah. I don't have a hotkey to stop doing things.